All right, look, we live in the den. This L Train. I'm here with Miles, Wing, and Big Happy.
Now, we back live in the den with L Train.
So you got a coach, Brian Scott.
Brian Scott, yeah.
Who really had high praise, basically, towards you. And as an NBA player who played in the league, I seen a quote from another great,
Let him finish
Gervin.
up about the hot armor.
He say, Lonnie, Harrell is a big-time player. He's unstoppable and can do whatever he wants on the court. How does that feel coming from a player like George Gervin saying that about you?
Nah, that's the best thing ever. My uncle bought me that poster on the ice blocks. So that was the first NBA player that I knew about. So when I was playing in one of them leagues, he coached the Detroit team, and we played them in Detroit. So before the game, I went up. I was starstruck. I don't be starstruck about too many athletes, but when I seen George Gervin, I was starstruck. I was in the warm-up and I just kept looking at him and shit like a kid. I'm a grown man.
Right.
And then I finally went over to him. I introduced myself and everything, man. And I was just telling him, I was like, yo, like, I'm young. I said, but you the first player my uncle turned me on to. I had your poster the whole nine. I said, this is like just amazing for me to be able to play in front of you. I said, but y'all about to lose. I said, y'all about to lose. And he looked at me straight Detroit, like, you know, cool dude, whatever. He just gave me a little smirk, like, in his mind, to me, it seemed like he was like, nigga, get the fuck out of here.
Got one more for you. Your Georgetown Warrior, although he came a little bit after you, AI. See, man, I look over in the bench, man. It's Lonnie Harrell better than everybody over there on my bench.
Yeah, that was another one. But see, people don't know this either. When he sprained his ankle one year, I was playing in the CBA in Milwaukee because I was at the Bucks working out with them right before training camp. And George Call seen me play at Ray Allen charity game in Connecticut. I was the only, me and Malik Silly, no, I keep saying Malik Silly, Lord, RIP. Me and Conrad McCray, RIP to him too. We were the only two non-NBA players, but it was all the NBA All-Stars. It was Alonzo, Penny Hardaway, Tim Hardaway, Gary Payton, silent joint. Wasn't too silent, but we.
Fuck wrong with you niggas? What's wrong with you niggas? Why y'all cut Lonnie off?
That was that joint they show you at the awards.
No holds barred.
Oh, man.
Anything goes.
Your man over there lighting it up, baby.
This nigga Big Happy, big funky,
God,
big funky motherfucker.
Okay, yeah, okay.
That's crazy.
Okay, Big Happy.
But George Call and the coach that was at Portland before now, I forget, Terry Stotts. Terry Stotts. Them two was the coach for a Ray Allen team. And my coach was Denzel Washington. So I was on the bench, and then he put me in a game. I hit like 7 threes in a row, all back to back to back to back to back. He called timeout. Denzel called timeout. I was like, timeout? Who the? You? He was like, this is our secret weapon, whatever. So after the game, George Carl was like, was that real? We just saw. I said, that's what I do. I flew back on a plane straight to Milwaukee from Connecticut. And I was in New York. I just drove up to Connecticut for the game, for Ray Allen game, and then flew to Milwaukee. I was there for like a whole week working out and everything. Big dog Glenn Robinson took me under his wing. I was hanging with him and everything. Sam was there at the time. And then, so after that, they sent me to the CBA. They was like, we're gonna put you in the CBA. If we gotta call somebody up, we're gonna call you up because you know what we doing, all this shit. So during that time while I was at the CBA, Jeff Malone was my coach. And I got a call, AI called me. He was like, yo, I just sprained my ankle. He was like, get to Philly now. I was like, what? He was like, nigga, just get to Philly now. So I'm on that team. He was like, fuck that team. Get to Philly now. He was like, I'm about to get you on. So I left the team. I flew to Philly, went down there. Larry Brown was the coach. Went to workouts and all this stuff. I was at practice and all that. And the GM at the time, what's his name? He left and went to the Nets, the black Billy King. He was like, we don't want none of his friends on the team. He got enough distractions. And I was like, damn, I just left my team. Yeah, I was like, I just left my team, came down here. Larry Brown was like, I like you and this and whatever.
Oh, no.
So I stayed in Philly for that whole year and just worked out though. I just was up there training and working out. he took care of me. They ain't take care of me. He took care of me. He put me up. I was staying in the hotel, gave me a car to drive, gave me money. So I just worked out every day. Because the Nets actually happened after that.
Okay.
So it actually was a blessing though, because I was working out so much. I was so hungry and whatever. So by the time the Nets came, I was ready.
Speaking of hotels, man, I'm pissed at you, man, from 2006, man, summer, July, motherfucker. What? I'm down in Miami at the Black Film Festival.
Oh my goodness, here he
I'm
goes.
staying in the goddamn hotel. My friend, my little youngin', my Devontae, my Lonnie Harrell, this motherfucker got a goddamn condo over in Biscayne, some motherfucker.
Did you have bras then? You had bras?
Man, I had plenty of bras.
You ain't had no bras?
If I get in touch with this something, man, I'm over in my condo in Biscayne, man. Man, come on, Lonnie, I need somewhere to stay, man. I don't want to pay for this hotel, Lonnie, man. What you doing, man?
I had the problem was when I was living in Miami, I was a rest haven. So all the girls who didn't live on the beach, they'd call and be like, "Hey, we coming down Thursday. We coming down Wednesday. I'm bringing my girl with me." So
hey,
I used to have suitcases.
That was the best no look you ever did in your fucking life.
Could have brought me around, baby. I'd probably brought 3 or 4 with me, baby.
Look,
Fuck, dude. What was you gonna do with him?
you come to my apartment,
Eating up bird, laying around.
suitcases and everything, just all lined up everywhere. People on the sofa sleep.
Yeah, this fat motherfucker laying around, eating up everything. When you go work out, when you come back, he's still eating up every motherfucking thing.
Jealous.
That's why you ain't get that room.
Jealous. I still had my room where I was at. I did pretty good. So I'm just saying, man, I hit you up, though, Lonnie, man, you know.
So he looked you off, that what you
He
saying?
looked me off. He had the old condo down there.
Good look off, Lonnie.
Living good in Miami, you know what I mean?
Good look off, because if you'd have put him in your
Nephew looked me
condo.
off, everybody.
So you've been, first of all, you had a blessed life. Like you and White Chalk, the only two people I know that made a long living off of basketball.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Take me back to playing Fat Joe?
No, I played with that's when we played against y'all, I was playing with Jay-Z then.
Okay, so
Before Wing asked you that, this is after when the league shit is pretty much a done deal. You knew. I'm saying you knew that, but I'm saying so. Then going into what Wing talking about of that Rucker Park situation, because DC really didn't have nobody carrying us like that.
Yeah.
They can say what the fuck they want. When I got out of the military in '95, DC basketball was in quicksand, sinking. And Lonnie was one of the guys. Not only, I ain't talking about niggas playing locally. Lonnie was pretty much the only DC dude from the hood that was out there repping the city. Go ahead, Wing.
So I want to ask you, at that Rucker Park, you got an opportunity that a lot of people just ain't got in life. You played one of the greatest players ever played this game.
Sure enough.
How was it like playing with Kobe Bryant, and what was he like?
Happy to be out here, man. Get this thing going, man.
Tip there, pick up by Kobe. Kobe wants to run. He's got a little game. Alley-oop the prime. Yeah, baby.
You know, it's always big in the park, but today, Kobe Bryant coming to the park. I mean, it's good for the people. This is a fella who got 3 rings. Who come a long way, to come to the park and show people.
Man, I told Slim, I said, damn. I said, I'm older than you, but I wish I'd have met you when I was in college. Real talk. Because his mindset and everything was different. Like, first time I seen him play, when I was at Northeastern, one of my teammates knew his sister. He was from Connecticut. I don't know how they knew each other. But we was playing Drexel in Pennsylvania, and Kobe had a high school game. So she came scoop us up. She had one of the old school Land Rovers. Remember the big joints? It's the joint Moochie had when he got drafted. So she took us to his game. And I'm just sitting there looking at this young boy. I'm like, damn, shawty like that. Like, I ain't know nothing about no Kobe Bryant. I mean, I heard the hype and hoopla and all that. So we seen him play. That was the first time I met him. I ain't meet him. We saw him play. So when he came to Rucker, he knew who I was and everything. He came straight in the court. He got there late. He came straight to me. He was like, Slim, let's go do it. He said, do what you do. He was like, I'm just trying to win or whatever. He ain't had no shoes, man. They went, dude named Tiny Bum from Uptown, went in his trunk and got him some old high top Air Force One, orange and white joints, were the same size. He put them joints on, fresh off championships. So we get out there, he was like, man, I ain't getting in the way. He was like, I already know what you do. He was like, do you? So if you look at the video, the very first play off the jump ball, I get it, they throw me the ball, I'm dribbling. He come beside me, he was like, let me see that joint. And my next dribble, I just dribbled and I left it, and I just moved out the way and he just picked it up. And right after that, every time down for like the first 8 possessions, he'd pass me the ball. Alley-oops or hit a 3, because I had the most points that game. But, I mean, it's Kobe, you know what I'm saying? So after we played, no, I gotta say this part, it started drizzling.
On national TV.
Kobe was out there, he was in the rain. It was like raining at halftime. He was still playing.
And they was like, oh, we gotta go to Gauchos. That's what they do. Go up to the Bronx, indoor joint, and start raining. Kobe was like, no, we ain't doing that, I'm good. Listen, this is a league dude. League dude. He was like, I'm good with some Air Force One. Somebody gave him on. He came to me, he was like, stop jumping. He was like, we could do this without jumping. I'm like, that's whatever. It's raining, Slim. Like consistent, like not hard, but it's raining. The court getting wet, slippery. We still out there hooping until it just started, boom, pouring down. So everybody scattered when it started raining. So I went back to my hotel. I get a call. Irv like, yo, Kobe wants you to come to dinner. I'm like, cool, bet. It's me, Irv, Chris Gotti, Steve Stout, Kobe, me. So we went to, shit. Damn, I forgot what it was. It'll come back to me. So we sit at the table. It's a round table. Kobe sitting in the booth part. I'm sitting across from him. Steve Stout, Irv, whatever. They over there talking. Man, this dude talking. This man got napkins. He drawing basketball stuff and talking basketball the whole time. And you know, when I used to shoot the deep shots, people used to complain all the time. He taking all these deep shots, or I take bad shots and this and that. And I ain't never tell him how people criticize me about how I played. He was talking about himself. It's like he was like giving me a disclaimer for how he played. And I'll be real, Vail will tell you, I used to always be like, man, this dude be taking the worst shots, everything. I used to always say that. I like AI and Penny over him. And he started explaining it. He was like, look, I'm gonna tell you this. He said, remember this. When you're the best player on the court, you're never gonna get a good shot. He said, think about it. The coaches and the other team's thing is to get the ball out your hands. He said, so you trying to make the right play and the right pass all the time, you never gonna get off, because that's what they want you to do. He was like, I practiced this shit. Turn around fadeaways, all them pump fakes and all the shots that we call bad. No, he do it 100 times. So after that, I go back to DC, I'm home, and I get a call from Irv again. Chris. Yo, Kobe wants you to come to LA. He wants you to come to LA to work out. I was like, shit, enough said. Go to LA. Now I get a chance to see what it's really, really like to be on that level. Yeah. He got 5 people in there passing him the ball. This nigga simulating everything by himself. Pass, cut, boom, get it. Fadeaways, doing all this. I'm like, shh. Like 50 times while I'm watching. Then he's like, all right, you'll go. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? But, you know, I just go out there, I do my thing, I'm doing it.
That sound like that motherfucking Karan Butler story.
Yeah.
The blackout story.
Yes.
When Karan went out there with him and Kobe put that work in and told Karan, said, Kobe say, man, it's your turn. He said, he looked at him, huh?
Unreal. And I was like, man, I was like, imagine, I'm playing off of natural ability and just playing pickup ball all day long. Imagine if I had that part. Like, that's the separator. That's the great separator right there. Wow. I was like, if I had met you when I was in college, Slim.
What's one thing you took from that experience?
One part that I took from it, that I knew how I played ball, and I felt the same way as far as like, I would never get a good shot if I worry about trying to get open and stuff like that. When people say I take bad shots, whatever, so be it. I did learn that I felt like I was right. Like even me having confidence shooting deep jump shots, like people all the way back there, they're not gonna pick me up. I can make this. So I took a lot of steps back, I think, trying to not have people talk or have my teammates look at me like, man, you taking these crazy ass shots. A lot of times. I was one of them who used to tell Vail, God damn. I said, Lonnie, take fucked up shots, Vail. I'm gonna tell you right now, I was one of them, because I wanted y'all to win. I wanted Vail to win the chip,
And I said, man, this motherfucker taking them crazy ass shots, man.
Yeah.
But now that you think about, now that you're telling us to read the, you know, I was like, that shit just, I was like, then when you was banking the motherfucker off the backboard, shooting free throws, I was like, man, this nigga retarded, man. They said, Vail would always slam, that's what he do, slam.
You know what they come from though? It's like now, playing in the
But you still do it, so I
old
said.
man league, right?
Yeah.
Them courts not 10 feet.
No, them motherfuckers ain't
I can't shoot on them. Like all my shots, when I'm around the 3-point line, all of them hit the back of the rim. All of them. And I ain't started moving back yet because I really don't have no rhythm because I don't be hooping. I just show up to those games and play. I don't be working. I don't do nothing. I just go play for fun. But all my shots hit the back of the rim all the time. So I went to the rim and I just reached up and did like this. Usually my hand will just get the bottom of the nets. I can get down in the middle of the nets. Them joints not even 10 feet.
Yeah, I don't think they 10 feet.
I remember me, I was thinking the same thing. I remember one game back there, it was Ghetto Superstars. And you went the fuck off. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, these ain't bad shots. They taking the same shots and they going in.
They going in, yeah. That'd be the difference.
And then fast forward, talk about the Sean Season game. He was pulling from everywhere like this.
Nah, that was personal though. If you notice, all my best games down the farms was when NBA players was playing. When I'm playing with my team, like Super Dave, for example, you'll never see Super Dave play with nobody else like he played with me.
Oh yeah,
Super Dave like a superstar with me.
He be out his mind when he play. Yeah.
Right, because he know he gonna get the ball.
Do his job.
Right.
And then that was crazy.
Because first, when I played against Gil the first time, he was pissed off.
I'm going there next.
Because
let's start there. The Gil game, the
first time we played, he was pissed off because I kept swiping the ball from him. Like every time he grade go up, like when it get by his face, I just swipe across his head because it make him like tuck a little bit, or if he raise it up, I'm gonna block it. So I mastered that. So he was having a problem with it. And then I was like trying to kind of sort of pull in the chair because he would start running into my body, just trying to run through me. And I'll stand there, and when he do it, I just move to the side and then swipe. And then CEO kept crying, complaining, talking about, man, he hacking him. I was like, dude, this man got all the insurance. I don't have the insurance. I ain't getting no calls. I need some of them calls. So fast forward, that next time we played him, he brought Deshaun down there like Deshaun was gonna do something. I just burnt him up that same week in Miami. Gil ain't know that. Just burnt him up that same week. I just got a fresh, which one? This one. Fresh tattoo.
And
a nigga scratched through my tattoo when it was brand new. And I thought it was gonna be a scar. I was pissed off because he tried to grab me. So that's why when I was doing that, I was doing like this. He knew what I was doing. Nobody else ain't know what I was doing. But I was doing this like, yeah, nigga, you remember last week, I just burnt you up. Burnt you up. So when they brought him up there, I was just like, I got a gun today.
That game, that was definitely your best game on my watch down there. You was out of Steve's had a good game. It was a lot of back and forth, but that was they let you. Sponge got the fuck out the way.
Yeah.
And let you boogie that game. That was one of the best games.
Previous game, how's it going back home, Gil? And before you go there, y'all was going back forward. But Gil hit you with the move at the end.
Oh, he crushed me that joint on the far end by the gate.
That was great.
Yeah, I forgot what it was. He hit me with something. I appreciate that though, cause I ain't scared. That's the thing with me, right? I don't know where people get this I don't play defense shit from. Let me clear that. Let me start right there. All this. Go ahead.
We'll be right back, y'all. Inside the Den.
Come on, man, you gotta take us a break better than that. Fire your motherfucker.
Right back.
God damn. More L Train Harrell, less of this motherfucker right here when we come back live inside the Den.
Sorry, fellas.